Yo, if you're a freestyler or you consider yourself a real lyricist, this message is for you. You don't want to miss out on this. Shout out to my people over at Freestyle Games. You can find them on YouTube right now. Subscribe to their movement. They got great games, great ways to do new interactive ways in freestyling and getting your pen and your lyricism sharp. As you guys can see to the left, you see words. They combine that with a new beat every single video, and you go ahead and make your best rap from the selection you see there, man. A new wave in the game of hip-hop freestyling. Don't miss out. Check them out. The link will be in the description box. Freestyle Games. Tell them Viral Central. Let's go.
Nothing.
Sitting outside in cemeteries and playgrounds.
Crazy, man. Crazy. I mean, but his ego, they say what ego pride coming for the fall, something like that. So unfortunately, he's probably going to have to, whether it be rehab, the feds coming in or whatever is going to happen, he's going to have to deal with some of the stuff that he's, perpetuated on the people. That's the worst thing you could do. If it's your own money, fuck it off. You making money and shit from your lectures and shit like that, but you taking money from the people who really ain't even got it like that. They want you to build that school for these so-called black boys, but he hasn't done it.
The black boys that he's saying eliminate 10% of in the street calling animals. Man. Those are the mamas that really need it. And you trying to eliminate them, and you want to go to a school, you start looking at some of the language and things. And shout out to Lennon once again. Let me bring it back to the original premise for highlighting these things. Can't wait to have them all.
Really, man. That was just a bomb segment right here on the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast, man. If you love what we doing over here, man, smash that 5-star rating. Don't even wait, and make sure you hit that subscribe button, man, so you can get the future episodes. We on fire. We got a lot of great interviews coming for you guys down the pike, man. So definitely. But Sam, man, you were telling me earlier that Roger Mayweather passed away.
Yeah, man, that bothered me, man, because we were just talking about recently the Deontay Wilder fight with Tyson Fury and how he got his ass whipped, and he was talking about it was the uniform, it was this, and we were like, nah, it was your boxing. Right. And I said, who better than Roger Mayweather, Floyd Mayweather's uncle, to train that man? I don't know what his health was like, but if he was healthy, he'd be the perfect one. That we came to find out that his brother, or his uncle, Roger Mayweather, one of the most famous boxing trainers who's ever lived, has died today. Floyd Mayweather's camp confirms to TMZ Sports he was 58 years old. I'm trying to see if they have any reasoning on his death right now. They don't. Right. I'll give a little bit on the brother before we talk about it. He was a pretty good boxer and battled with some big stars, including Julio Cesar Chavez, Brave Boom Boom Machini. He was also a 2-weight world champion, holding the WBA lineal super featherweight champion titles in the day, along with WBC welterweight title from 87 to 89. He had declining health in the last couple of years. Floyd opened up about Roger's health back in 2015 and blamed boxing for the damage on his brain. Floyd quoted, "My uncle Roger has lost a lot of memory from the sport of boxing. He's only in his 50s, but it seems like an old man in his 80s. A few years back, he went missing, and fortunately, he was located by law enforcement officials." Floyd has not been found to make a statement yet, but is deeply emotional about the passing. It's also coming off the heels of his the mother of his children passing away.
Yeah, a
lot, man. Praying for Floyd right now. Condolences to the Mayweather family. This hurts, man. This is a tough one. What you think, man?
Yeah, man. Once again, if I haven't said it before, condolences. To see that's the first thing when you showed me earlier. I'm like, man, the Mayweather family can't catch a break, at this time. So it's a part of the process, like we always say here, and condolences, nothing more to say. Obviously, he was a legend, a legendary family. I mean, they got some good genes, the Mayweathers, boy, I got to tell you. But there's a legacy of champions there. But condolences from the family here at the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast, man. That's all I can really say.
Yeah, that's a fact. There's not much more to say on that. We've lost a lot of boxing legends within the last 365 days.
Right.
Almost lost a boxing legend, a boxing up-and-comer. And I forgot Errol Spence. He got in that badass car accident. But shout out and condolences to the Mayweather family.
Yeah.
Would love to see 58 years old. This brother should have had many more years, man. Once the reasonings and once the autopsy comes out, we find out why. We'll talk more about it and elaborate more. I'm curious if it happened off the boxing or where it was from, but condolences.
Definitely, man. I want to talk about this story right now, man, Sam. And Alpo Martinez, man, as we know him, he was spotted out in New York, out in Harlem, at a Harlem dirt bike legend. You know what I mean? They were mourning him. I guess he passed away. People were giving this dude praise, man. Here's a clip I'll play. Then we'll talk about it. So you see Alpo there, pretty much. People got their phones out, like he's like a legend. Obviously he is. The movie paid in full his whole story in New York. What do you think about this, though? Him making random appearances, but him now, people actually look at him like he's a celebrity. What's your thoughts on that?
It can go to show you that even people who cooperate can still be very feared. And you can have people talk and say what you want, but at the end of the day, you can see a man that's still very respected and still feared in the street. And it just kind of goes to show you that there is no real code out here. There is no real game out here. You can't trust anything. I mean, you talk about a man who killed his best friend.
Yeah.
Admitted it.
Stone
gave
cold.
the pay by play.
Yeah.
It's a cold, stone cold killer. This is what he does. There's also a man that stabbed somebody in the back business wise and went cooperated with them brothers in DC and put people away for a long time. This is just one of them type of brothers. So it's like,
and people, he's a celebrity, even though he took the stand and whatnot and did what he did. He's a celebrity. And just to go back, because I didn't want to disrespect the deceased, his name is Dirtbike James. Yeah. He was paying tribute to him, Alpo out there today, Alpo Martinez. But yeah, man, it's when I finally got a chance, because I don't remember the paid in full the whole joint, but when I got a chance to look at the documentaries and see all that, I'm like, damn, this is one cool motherfucker. Like, damn, I didn't know it was that real. But you got to expect somebody that has that type of history in a city like New York to have this type of, reputation where people just like, yo, I want to be around this dude. Oh, he's here. Because anytime you see any videos with him on YouTube, they got millions of views. This dude is popular as hell.
Like,
Alpo Martinez. Yeah, love him and hate him. Obviously, people out there, call him out and whatnot. We know what the code that some people go by and we respect it and all that. But also snitching and ratting is a part of the culture as well. It's just a part of the game. Kansu, he was involved with some Chicago, things back in the day. And he told us, firsthand when we asked him, this is just a part of it. Snitching happens. It's going to happen. If you're on the streets, you can't get mad. It's a part of the game.
And don't respect rats. Don't respect the culture of ratting. Don't like it at all, no matter what it comes from. But you still got to keep it in perspective and keep it open. You can call him a rat all you want on the internet. You can call him a rat. I don't see any of them calling him a rat to his face.
I haven't seen that either.
There's a reason. So
yeah. Right.
It is what it is.
Definitely. But yeah, man, crazy to say the least. Now, I want to actually just talk a little sports. Real quick, man. We seen the Cowboys today gave Amari Cooper, $100 million, I think 5-year deal. But Dak Prescott got the franchise tag. How do you feel about this? There's been a lot of arguments going back and forth about whether this is racially motivated. How come Dak is not getting his money? Carson got his money. All these other quarterbacks got their money. Tannehill. What are the Cowboys waiting on for Dak Prescott? What do you feel about the situation with Dak not getting paid?
I'm not up in arms the way everybody else is. And I'm trying to look at the numbers and how much he'll get for the franchise tag. He'll get I'll figure that out in a second. But you see Amari Cooper that got $100 million, and Dak deserves his money. But one of the criticisms that I've always given Dak is Dak got to walk in here and have some nuts, man. Talk about how you're owed that money. Sometimes, even though it may not be a popular opinion, the sports analyst on the morning shows may give you some criticism, may call you selfish or whatever, but you solidify your business, you solidify your brand. If you got quarterbacks that went in the same draft as you, went before you, you're outplaying them, you're outplaying them statistically.
Right.
You're doing different things that warrant you grabbing this money when you seeing the Carson Wentz's, the Jared Goffs, now the Tannehills getting these big deals. Where's my bread at for the Dallas Cowboys? What's your next option? Who the fuck else are you going to put in there? Give me my money. When you look at a Tony Romo who went in or had him the quarterback reins for the Cowboys prior to him, I mean, some flashes, but did Tony Romo really ever scare you to go deep in the playoffs? No. Anytime you had a Tony Romo game that was close, you kind of knew he was going to fuck it up, and your team had a potential and a chance to win. You wasn't worried about him like you were Brady the last 20 years. So he deserves the money, but he has to be a dickhead too, and that's something he has failed to do And that's why he finds himself in a position where he's about to make probably between 20 and 30 million for 1 year.
But still, though, Sam, man, I understand, I feel you and all that, but you want that long-term security.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't care if you make 50. That one, it's like you want that long-term. Like, all right, I'm investing in you. I don't want to have to worry about, if my Achilles goes, maybe I lose a step. Anything, I get 4 or 5 concussions in a year. Anything can happen in the NFL. I mean, the injury rate is 100. Even though Dak, ironically, has been pretty much one of the more durable players in the NFL. But you got to just, especially when you see quarterbacks that you probably better than. A lot of those quarterbacks he's close to or better than getting that money. You want the Dallas Cowboys to drop money on you. They dropped it on Amari. They dropped it on Zeke. They dropped it on these other cats. You're the quarterback. Your quarterback should not. The Eagles even gave Wentz his money in advance. Mm-hmm. He deserves to get paid. And he really, I agree with, I don't know if it was Stephen A. Smith that was saying it, but you should sit. Yeah, don't play until I get paid. Like Zeke didn't work. Mm-hmm. Now, I hear that the Cowboys did offer him a salary like 30-something million or something. I think he must be the highest paid. I heard. I don't know how true that is. They offered him a contract. So, we shall see. Ultimately, I think it'll get done. Maybe not as much years as he wants, but he'll get the number that he wants ultimately, I think.
I'll tell you, I asked you this, God. Tannehill got $118 million. They were offering Dak about 105. Does Dak need
you got to get more than Tannehill?
Turn that down. Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what his people did.
Yeah.
You got Tannehill getting a base rate of 118. You're going to sit back and give me 105? I got way more lights and pressure on me than a motherfucking Tannehill.
Yeah.
This is my team, most popular team in damn near all the sports. I need my money. I think he needs to play the hardball game, man, and maybe, potentially